Alright everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today we are going to talk about Lightroom. This is the very first tutorial about Lightroom, and I'm going to show you how to edit a photo from the scratch. I'm not going to use any preset. We are going to go really deep into it, and I'll tell you every single tab that I'm going to use to edit this photo right here. So without wasting any time, let's dive straight into our screen. So this is our photo. If you don't know how to import, here's an option: import photos and videos, and this is the photo. So when you want to edit a photo, you need to go to the development tab, and you will see all the settings here. So these are all the settings: basic, tone curve, HSL. We are going to use every one of it. The settings of these photos are given here with its histogram: ISO 1000, 35mm, f2.2, very wide aperture, and 1 by 1/62 of shutter speed. Now let's start with the very basic. Very first thing we are going to do will be white balance. So just pick this drop and click on the white part that you think should be white, and it will automatically correct your white balance. And otherwise you can also eyeball it and correct it. So I like how the Lightroom works, so I'm gonna believe in it. In the exposure tab, we are going to underexpose our image so that some of the details will come back from the highlights. And you can also use this contrast, but I'm not going to use it very much. I'll just increase it a bit. And then we are going to go to highlights and shadow. So we want to really flatten our image, highlights and shadows, so that we will get a moody vibe. That's what we are going for today. So here it is, shadow. We are going to increase a bit shadow here. Whites you can increase or decrease it, and blacks I'm going to decrease a bit black here. So for clarity, we are going to go for moody vibe. So we don't want so much details. We want little bit foggy image. So, but still I'm not going to go for much. I'm going to do it -10. So now here, so we are not going to touch vibrance tab here. Let's go to saturation and decrease it quite a bit. -30 will be good. So now before going to other tabs, we are going to go in camera calibration and increase blue really high. Blue saturation, you can see here how it brings back so much color. I do this for every single image. Now let's go back to other tab, tone curve. I'm not going to go very deep into it, but you will see what I do. I'm going to create 3 points. So this part is shadow, this part is highlight, and middle part will be the midtones. Let's add one more point here, and let's lift up the shadow so that we will get foggy image. We'll create a little bit. We are not going to go for so much. So let's increase a bit highlight here and decrease shadow a bit. So what we are doing here is we are creating S curve, but that's really subtle. We are not going it really harsh. So like this. And you can also go for single colors, but let's keep that for another tutorial because that's really a big part. So now let's go to HSL tab, and HSL tab is, I think, a great tool if you want to manipulate your colors in highlight, shadows, and if you really want to give it a mood. So now let's go to hue. There will be 3 tabs. Let's go to hue now, and let's see what we get if we change orange. Orange and yellow will be your skin tone. It will affect your skin tone, so let's leave it that for later. And if you change blue, you can see in the sky that it is changing very subtly. It's not much, but since we increase our blue here, the saturation, let's decrease it a bit here. Aqua, a little bit aqua. Green, it's not affecting much. Let's increase a bit green. It's changing the color of her cap. I don't know what it is. I guess that's a cap. So now yellow, it's affecting background color, and we really going for like a deserty look, so I don't know, let's leave it like that. And we don't want to mess with the yellow because it will really look weird. And let's increase a bit red because that's her skin and lips. Let's give it a pop a bit, not much. Okay, so and this purple and magenta is not doing much, but I like it to keep it 0 minus 100 here. Now let's go to saturation, and we are going to really decrease the saturation of things that we don't want. Yellows that will affect the background, you can see, and a bit of her cap. And now we are not going to go for too much, let's keep it to minus 20. Okay, I must have typed something else. Minus 20. Yeah, so now orange will be affecting her skin tone, but we don't want to mess with it. Red, we want to increase it a bit, like plus 15, I guess, not much. Blue, it will affect our sky, you can see, but let's keep it down. Minus 11 is okay. Purple and magenta is not affecting much, so you can keep it whatever you want. Green, I think we did this part, but it's affecting her cap, but I would like to give a pop to her head, and cap is also a part of it, so let's increase a bit of its saturation. I don't want to go for too much. I guess 15 will be okay. Now let's go to luminance, and we really want to give a pop to her face, and that's why we are going to increase orange, you can see, and we are not going to go for much. Plus 15 I guess will be okay. And if we decrease yellow, it will decrease some of the background. Let's decrease it a bit, minus 35ish will be okay. And now let's go for split toning. Yeah, now this is the part where you are going to change the color of highlights and shadows, and then you can balance that from here. I know you are not understanding what I'm talking, so let's just do it. Increase your saturation, and then you can see the color shift. Now we are in the shadows, and from here you can choose any color that you want in your shadows. So I'm going to go for yellowish shadows. I want that look. You can go for blue also, that is also looking good, but for this tutorial we are going to go for it. And then highlight, in your highlights you can see we are changing. So as our sky is blue, let's keep it in blue because that's what our highlight is, and decrease its saturation to 8 I guess, and let's decrease our shadow also to 6. Let's keep it at 8. Fine. So now we want to see what we did so far. For that we have a key here. In your keyboard you will see a key above enter and to the right side of a bracket key. If you click it, you will see before and after, and that's really looking moody, but we are not done yet. We will go to filter. So this will be the part where we are going to mess with the background. So double click on this effect so that this highlighted part will be neutral, and now we can decrease the exposure from the background. So we really want to focus on our character, that's why we are going for it. You can increase the contrast a bit. I like this look. Decrease highlights, decrease a bit shadow, clarity is clarity a bit, decrease a bit of saturation, and you can see what we did here. Okay, so now let's duplicate this and also do it for the other side. Yeah, so don't worry about it. If we are going on her face, we can always adjust that after. So now we are going to add a vignette effect. Let's see where it is in effects. Yeah, in effects, here it is. You can see we can really add a harsh vignette effect, but we don't want that, of course. And increase midpoint really high, and let's go for, I don't know, -20 looks good for now. Roundness, increase it really high, and feather it out really high. I guess it -15 will be enough. So let's see how it looks. Yeah, it's really adding a bit more vignette. Now we are going to give a pop to her face. So let's go to gradient filter, click on her face and create a shape like this. And like we did before, double click on effect so that everything will be gone. Let's go for 0.15. Increase the clarity bit, not much. Decrease a bit highlight. Let's not mess with the shadow. Saturation a bit, because that's really looking much. Let's go for -5. Sharpness, increase bit of sharpness, not much. Let's go for 20. Okay, 21. Okay, so let's feather out what we did. Really, we want to feather it out, and we are done. So let's see. This is before, this is after, and what we did with the pop. You can see it right here. So it's really looking good, I guess. Let me know what you think. So yeah, this is our final image, and this is our before and this is after.